Hi guys, it's Stacy and I wanted to come in here and first of all welcome you guys to Team Believe Nation. I am so excited that you are here with us. So many of you guys are friends of mine, whether it's from Truly Inspired at my hair studio or friendships from the past or just strictly on social media, which I think is so amazing. And I just want to let you know how proud you should feel in this moment that you said yes to your wellness journey. I want you to take a moment and legit feel how amazing this moment is for you. I think what makes something so incredibly different than other groups or gym memberships or classes is that Team Believe Nation literally is about the name. It is for you to have a place to help you believe in yourself, help you believe that you have your own leadership inside of you, help you believe that all things are possible, help you believe that if you put your energy from here on out and making your wellness number one, all those things that we speak upon that go for our day and around our day will have the best version of you. And that's what's going to be out in the world. Because sometimes we are so run down by life. We are run down. We are tired. We're never on the to-do list. We're always on the back burner list, but we're never on the to-do list. And if we are, we're certainly not on it to work on our wellness. It's usually never on that list. So I want to welcome you guys to the fact that you have now really drawn that line in the sand and you're saying to yourself, no, I'm on the list and I'm number one. So that's going to lead us into the first part of this call. Here's what I want. I want you to take where you are right now in your wellness journey and where you have been and the things that you've done in the past. Okay. Now, in the past, there are things that have worked really well for you, and then there are things that have failed on you. I want you to seriously take everything and completely put it in the trash. I want you to make today, November 9th, 2020, your rebirth day. The day that you're going to open up your heart and open up your mind and open up a new possibility. Because if all those things in the past, if they've done one thing, they've led you to here. And if you get blessed to be invited by a Beachbody coach, that means you, for certain, the universe, you've been talking to it. And you've been asking the universe, I want to change. You've been craving consistency. You've been craving your happiness. So all of these things that have happened in your past are like northern stars, and you're here. So the first thing I want you to do is I want you to say to yourself that you are done finding the next best thing that's going to make all this work. Because I got two things for you. Number one, the products, they work. Now, what you need to do is buy into something that you've never bought in before in your whole entire life. I want you to buy into you. I want you to buy into you. I want you to see the value in yourself. I want you to hear the amazing qualities that you have inside of you. I want you to be the leader of your life, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. And I can tell you that if you make this an opportunity that goes far beyond a scale goal, and actually don't even make a scale goal, because that will be a byproduct. Here's what I know for sure. I know for sure that when you're in this team, you're going to have every resource, every way to be accountable. But the true gift that comes from Team Believe Nation is that you get to teach yourself to believe and you get to give yourself the gift of leadership and discipline. Now, that might be hard for a lot of people because we want people to help us, and we're all here for each other. Don't get me wrong. But in our team page, we are literally all here doing the same things, but we all have to do our part, which is the work. Okay. So I want to take you guys to what your top 4 priorities are in your life. Do you know what they are? And if you don't, we have such a great platform to start on. I want you to really take the time, and I want you to figure out, what are my top 4 priorities of my life? Okay. It might take some time. Okay. But I can tell you mine. It is wellness. It's wellness. I have to do them in order. It's my wellness, it's family, it's food, and it's beauty. Wellness has to be number 1, because if it's not, then I can't do all the other things. If I step outside of my top 4 priorities, I'm not being as focused as I need to be. So when we narrow the gap a little bit more to 4 things that are super important in your life, my God, like, the mentality makes it so much easier to get into. I also want you to not come in here with a dieter's mentality. I need you to come in here and write this down on a sticky tab. And I want you to either put it in your medicine cabinet, or I want you to put it where you brush your teeth every morning, or wherever you go first thing. It needs to read this. I just want to see what keep going looks like. All I know is that I wrote this down, and it's still in my medicine cabinet on October 23rd, 2015. I knew I had a physical goal of losing 30 pounds, which I did in 9 months consecutively with the 21-day fix. That's the only program I ever did, because we didn't have Beachbody On Demand. And I stuck with Shakeology like it was my job, and I learned to use the containers over time. I bettered my sleep, and I did exactly what my coach told me to do. So tonight, I'm just going to reiterate what I was taught so long ago and what is still working to this day. The other thing that I want to mention too are statistics. And I think they're very important. And I'm always going to be real with you. I want you to legit be the best version of you that you get to live. I want that for you. But I will see people so excited to be part of this journey, and I never see them ever again after the challenge pack purchase. Can't get a hold of them. They're like ghosting, okay? I also see people that are really gung-ho, and then in 2 or 3 months, they're not so gung-ho. And anywhere between the first day and the 4th month usually is when people quit and fall off and give up. So I want you to know that there's this beautiful thing that 98% of this happens to a lot of people. That's not in our odds. But you know what is in your odd? Being in the 2%. Because the 2% is what stays. The 2% will take and make this their lifestyle. They will not make this a diet. They will make it a lifestyle. And when you do that, which you guys are the 2%ers, you don't have to worry about failing. You can let go of quitting on yourself. And you can finally put the shoes on that you've been craving, which is the leadership of your life. So tonight, let's go over what can make you super successful. And I want you guys to jot whatever notes you have down. And we have a little bit of a homework assignment, okay? So the first thing is those top 4 priorities like we talked about, guys, right? What are they? What are they shaped like? Why are they so important? And I really want to give you like the best clue ever. Please make your wellness number 1. Not your kids, not your husband or your partner, you. Because that's why you came in here, to finally put yourself at number 1. And let me tell you, when you do work on yourself, you are giving the best to them. And the world that you wake up to becomes a lot more prettier because you're in such a different lens of life. All right, so I want you guys to figure out what your top 4 priorities are, okay? I gave you mine. Mine are wellness, family, food, and beauty, okay? So I have them written down, and I look at them pretty much every single day, maybe every other day. But I have to wake up to remind myself what my intentions are and where my top 4 priorities lie. That's number 1. The deepening will come later. So we got to know, what are your top 4 priorities? And again, I want to really reiterate, make your wellness number 1. The next thing I want you guys to think about and write down is why. Why are you doing this? What does it mean to you? How valuable and precious are you going to make this investment? Because right now it's a purchase. It can either be an investment or it can be an expense. And it could be hard for a little while. It could be that expense. But I'm going to show you today how to make it an investment. So I want you to pay more attention tonight to how you can make it truly your investment, which is into you, okay? So how do you make yourself an investment? Number 1, you are definitely going to figure out what your why is, and you're going to write that down. Your why will change all the time. Each year, each month, it might change. But you have to be so connected to your why that nothing will get in your way. Now, you will be challenged by life, but nothing will get in its way. There's Kenzie.
Hello.
So nothing will get in its way. It won't matter how busy you are. It won't matter how hard your day was, or if somebody yelled at you or you had a hard day at the office. Yes, yes, yes. Downstairs at the table. It won't matter, because you're going to start to build the value into your life every single day. Because remember, I want you to write this down on that sticky tab. I want to just see what keep going looks like. That was my very first goal. And I'm still seeing what keep going looks like. Okay? Keep it simple. Keep it basic, because I want you to focus on something more important. So I do want you to write down that why, you guys. So it has to be about 3 or 4 sentences, a paragraph long at most. But I need you to connect to that. I need you to connect to it so badly that you can get emotional from it every single time. And I can't connect to it because you're that emotionally invested into your why. And your why definitely needs to be read the first thing you open your eyes. If the first thing you do is scroll social media, you are pouring into somebody else's life. I want you to pour into yours. And I want you to use social media from here on out to be in Team Believe Nation, and then do whatever you need to do. But Facebook has changed for you at this point. It is now about intention. It is now about a part of it, an extended family. It's how you're going to be accountable and chime in for your goals so we can cheer you on and be there and help you get to those finish lines that you're goal setting to. Okay? So top 4 priorities and your why that makes you cry. And you want to make sure you're connected to that as much as you possibly can. The next thing too is you want to sit down with your family and you want to tell them, hey guys, I'm on a wellness journey and things are going to look different in here. You need to explain to your significant other why this is so important to you. And please, dear God, again, go beyond the scale, because men or women, sometimes they don't understand it. The way my husband understood why this was so important to me and how it was a non-negotiable that I was going to have Shakeology every month, that I was going to work out every single day, and I was going to change my life. I told him the reason why I don't feel comfortable in my own skin when I'm not even dressed is because I don't have confidence. I don't even like showing myself to you in intimate settings. And that's sad, because I've been with him since I was 17. And I was saying this to him after our second child was born. I told him that when I went to the pool, I always had to scope the pool out to see where the beautiful and happy girls were, because I went over to the opposite side of the pool. And I had to make sure that I was always wearing my towel, because I was afraid to walk past people, because I was ashamed of how I looked on the outside, especially from the back. He had to know what was literally going on the insides. So sharing scale goals are great, but make sure you share your non-scale goals, because then you have a cheerleading section. It's really important. Okay. The other thing too, let's talk about Team Believe Nation. So hopefully at this point, you guys have all gone in there and you have requested to get in. The first thing I want you to do is I want you to work the unit training. So up on the tabs on the top, you're going to have photos and the albums. You're going to have announcements. You're going to have the unit training. I want you to work the unit training because the unit training, there's 7 units. And it literally is just giving you the tools of how this group runs and operates so you know exactly what to do. Now let's talk about the challenge group as well after you do the unit training. Number 1, you're going to see that I do a post every single morning. It's going to be something super inspirational. It's going to be a recipe. It's going to be food for thought. But every morning a post will go out around 4:30 in the morning because we also have people on different coasts and different timelines. I tell people the most effective way is to, number 1, make this group like it is your job, because you're not going to get a physical paycheck. You're going to get a mental one. You're going to start growing a backbone of strength. You're going to start building your character, your happiness. If you are happy, you're going to get more happy. If you don't handle stress well, you're going to learn how to counteract it. I can only tell you something. I am the coach that brought you in here. If you follow what I do, it doesn't have to be the same program, but if you follow the behavior and know that it's built over time and you dive in and you do it, just like me, it is a duplicatable process. I want you to have better results than me. I want you to go beyond me. And so here's what I do every day. Every morning I wake up and I get dressed in my workout clothes. I have my pre-workout, which is Energize. And if you have not ordered it, you need to order it because it is the bomb. My favorite is lemon. And then I also like the mixed berry one. And I was on the commercial for that one, which was kind of cool. And I was the one that said, I'm a mom of 2, and this is how I do life. I literally do life with Energize. It's like, I don't even drink coffee anymore. I go for a walk or a jog, depending on what I'm doing. It's not even part of the program of Beachbody. It's just, that's what I do for my personal development. I get outside of my home and I walk. And I have AirPods in, and there's something that I really preach that a lot of people will let go very quickly, but this actually holds the most value in the world. It is personal development. What is personal development? It is something that is going to grow your soul into learning and being a better human being. So for example, you could do audio books. You could do a paper book. You could listen to YouTube motivational videos, but you need to commit to something that you're going to do at least for 5 minutes a day, all the way up to 30 minutes a day. Some days are going to look different for you, but give yourself that non-negotiable that if life is crazy and chaotic, you can listen to a YouTube video in the car to and from work, or to and from the gas station, or to and from the grocery store. But I want you guys to really think about a personal development that's going to be effective for you. Currently, right now, I like Audible books because I can listen to them while I walk. I can be one with nature, and I'm really listening because there's nothing distracting me. I find that when I do my personal development, my life in here and what I do outside of Beachbody and at my house is getting the best of me. So figure out what your personal development is. I love books. That's the 5-Second Rule by Mel Robbins. I have so many over here. I have the 10X Rule by Grant Cardone. I have the Slight Edge by Jeff Olson. Amazing. I have Stories That Stick by Kendra Hall. I have High Performance Habits from, Brendan Burchard. He was at one of our coach summits. He is freaking incredible. And Rachel Hollis was at our other summit. That was sick insane. I do have the Rachel Hollis books. One of my other favorites is by Hal, H-A-L, Elrod, E-L-R-O-D, and it is The Miracle Morning. So good. And then there's No Plan B for your A game, and that's by Bo Eason, another great book. So I have those on Audible. Oh, the other Audible books that I have is Fear is My Homeboy. I don't know who the author is, but the book is pink. It's so good. So good. So I want to make sure you guys are doing some sort of personal development every single day. It can just be a beautiful ritual too. Maybe you do meditation, and it doesn't have to be the same thing every time, but do something, right? If you don't read, then you're going to light a candle and listen to 5-minute meditation. There's a great app if you have a iPhone. It's called Insight Timer. It's got meditations from 1 minute to like hours, but they have everything literally under the sun. It's amazing. So personal development is number one. Number two is you want to go to the Beachbody blog and you want to find at least 5 recipes that coincide with your current Shakeology flavor. So for me, don't go to Pinterest to find Shakeology recipes. Don't go to Pinterest to find 21 Day Fix approved recipes. None of it on Pinterest is Fixate approved. So you can order a cookbook. Fixate Volume 1 and Volume 2 are amazing, but also to you guys, the Beachbody blog. That's all you need. Go to the Beachbody blog and print out everything from Shakeology recipes to desserts to breakfast to snacks to everything. And the cool thing is within each Beachbody program, guys, you have the Getting Started Right and the program materials. There are thousands of ideas. So just make sure that when you're looking at recipes, you're looking strictly at the Beachbody blog or specifically the Beachbody books. So for me, I also give you guys meal plans every single week in the group, and I'll talk about that just in a second. But I have here Fixate Volume 2. I also have Volume 1 downstairs. This comes with a lot of the program. You can buy this too, the Beachbody Guide to Nutrition. It is fabulous. It has thousands of recipes, and it shows you how to count them with the color-coded containers if you're using that, or the To Be Mindset that's different. This is another one from Morning Meltdown. This was a great recipe guide. It's got so many, I can't even tell you. There's this recipe right here, roasted grape and goat cheese crostini. I think I'm saying it right. Let me just show you the picture. It is so good. So good. So anyways, when you're making those recipes, you want to make sure you're really sticking to that. And that's just going to come with time. The other thing too is post every day in our team page. You legit want to post every single day. The people, I will tell you, and the people that don't post, it's like I can't help and serve them, or you don't get the opportunity to share your day. Maybe you're having a frustrating day, and maybe that one person can turn it around where all of a sudden you lace up your shoes and you're on and doing your workout program. Or maybe your picture is influencing somebody else in our team page and they get up because of you. So that leads me to the group, okay? In the announcement page of our group, there is a link. So if you want to download the Zoom app, ZOOM, it's free. That's how you got on our call tonight. There is a No Snooze Zoom crew link, and it's a Zoom app. Now, I will tell you, everybody and anybody is on that. So it literally could be people from Florida all the way here to Maryland and everywhere in between. The peak times where there's a lot of people on there and we're all group working out, you just kind of mute yourselves, is between 5 and 8 a.m. And then there's some people in the middle, depends on the time zone. And then there's some people at night or in the afternoons. But if you are one of those morning people, I'm not saying if you're not a morning person, you can't get on, but that's another great way to message a friend who's in our group and saying like, hey, do you want to work out with me tomorrow? Let's get on a Zoom together. Or just get on and be amongst a Beachbody family. Sure, it's going to be a bunch of strangers in the beginning, but you know what? You'll work out better. I promise you that. So that's under the announcements. The other thing too is our team always has 2 team calls. It's the first and the third Thursday of every single month. So they're always and forever going to be the first and third Thursday of every month. They will be at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And those calls are for you to lean in and be part of the team. This is where we laugh and we talk about real life and we give you tactics and guidance. And sometimes we have guest speakers, but it is another way to stay connected to never quitting on yourself. So I would make it a goal to try to be on every team call, which are, obviously 2 a month or minimum 1. It could be a game changer for you. You want to feel everything you want to do, you want to slowly feel like you're part of this family, and no one's ever going to reject you or be mean to you here. You got to be the leader of your life. So we want you to have the tools to be successful. Okay. So there's the team calls. There's the posting every day. Now you're like, what do I post? You need to post what you're accountable for, what you need accountability for. A lot of times what I will see is people posting what they're really great at, and that's awesome. But if you're not, let's say for instance, you're really consistent on your workouts, but you're not consistent on having your Shakeology. The accountability to be the leader of your life would be, I need to post my Shakeology because I am not good at that. And then you post that and make that your goal and just go week by week by week, because a post a day literally is going to make your goals grow and make all those bad habits disappear. Posting has saved my life because it gave me the accountability. And then I found out I was an inspiration to people. So I kept doing it, but I kept honoring myself. There was something magical in that process of knowing that I could be inspiring another person in the team page. It made me work out harder. It made me get on live videos all of a sudden. It made me share more of the value and the steps that I was walking on. And when I post in here, I really try to make it a Dear Diary entry for myself. I'm not saying that you have to bare your soul, but you have to get very real with yourself, because that is the most amazing gift that you can give to yourself over time. And what's going to be great too is I'm going to be able to see how you talk to yourself as you type a post. And a lot of times what comes back is such amazing data that I can go back and help you even more. Be like, oh, hey, when you said this, maybe this, or because of this, you did that. That was awesome. Have you ever thought of this? Because the more we share, the more you're going to make your bad habits go away, and you're going to slowly bring in the new habits where you're going to rebirth yourself. So posting is super key. And I always tell people, look, you may not be able to post every single day, so make it a point to post at least 4 times a week and attend one team call. You will be influencing another soul, and you will be inspiring yourself. What are the other things that I want to share with you in the group? Once life gets somewhat back to normal, if you are a local of mine, I really want to start doing more local events or walking together, face masks or not. I mean, depending on how, this whole thing happens. But the big thing is, you guys, when you're in here, and that's going to lead me to my next thing here, working a Beachbody program and your containers, or the 2B mindset, the 2 ways that you have your nutrition along with your Shakeology. I can tell you what I did that worked very effectively. Because of the goal of, let me just see what keep going looks like, and because I didn't have Beachbody on demand, I can tell you what's kind of cool about working one program on repeat for a few rounds. I did 21 Day Fix for 9 rounds because that's the only DVD that I had. But each time I made the goal different. I stayed consistent with one workout program, but then I changed things around. For instance, I might have gone from a 5-pound weight to the next round, I went to a 7-pound weight. And then the following round, I went from a 7-pound to a 10-pound. So I found growth in weights. Keeping the same workout program allowed me to concentrate on other things that I had to put my attention on, so I didn't feel overwhelmed with so many new things. One of the first things that I did do before that is I made Shakeology my goal every single morning, no matter what. So every morning I would get up right before my daughter woke up, and she was 3 months old when I started. I would go downstairs and I would make my Shakeology. And then as I woke her up and got her ready, and as I nursed her, I was nursing her and I was having my Shakeology. And I realized in that moment that I was doing something amazing, that I was literally giving her the gift that I was giving myself of utmost health. Because literally the Shakeology was going through my bloodstream, which was in my breast milk. And I felt a sense of, it just felt really good. And then of course, when she stopped nursing and, kids got a little bit older, they now drink Shakeology, and we make Shakeology desserts, and it is part of their nutrition. And I will say, I am really happy to announce that I just had their doctor's appointments, and our doctor said, well, what have you been doing differently with the kids? And I said, well, they've been on Shakeology every single day, not just here and there, for the last year. And I've been making them walk the dogs. And he said, keep doing that because their BMIs just went down like a lot. And I didn't even think, I mean, like their BMIs were not a problem, but they got better. So I was really excited because I have made Beachbody and Shakeology, really, I'm branching it out into my family. And now at this point, my husband drinks Shakeology. He traded his smokes for shakes. It's really a cool thing. So that is super important, you guys. And working a program is important because it'll teach you those fundamentals. So I kept working and I kept adding weights. Then it made me have more fun with the Shakeology recipes. I was discovering more ways to drink them. I changed the flavor one month because I was so consistent on working out and upping my weights. I felt like I could put my attention on the Shakeology and changing that up a little bit, right? And then I would, after all of that, what did I do? Oh, and then I got into the containers. So I started introducing the containers because then at that point, everything was familiar with working out. Everything was familiar with Shakeology, and this was new. So I could really pour my attention in. And so I felt like I kind of built like this power. And what I can tell you is this: programs have saved me in more emotional ways than physical. When you get into a wellness journey, you're going to realize that everything inside of you wants to be healed, all the non-scales. And it might start to feel really overwhelming because you've asked the universe that you want to be happy and you want to heal. So it's your job to kind of slow it down and kind of reverse engineer it. But the way you're going to be able to work on all your non-scale victories, like we talked about, is the fact that you work these fundamentals. Let's go over them one more time. Shakeology every single day, using your Beachbody blog for recipes, leaning into either the containers or the to be mindset and really learning about those. They're very, very, very important. Posting in Team Believe Nation every single day, a workout picture, a sweaty selfie, you having your shake, you portioning out your food, what personal development you've used, and share your value. Guys, you're in here for a reason too. So if you've got a great tip that is about momming or cleaning or whatever, share it and post your accountability at the same exact time, because the more of us that become the leaders, the more of us shine bright. Okay. So Shakeology, oh my goodness, we almost forgot here. Shakeology, working a Beachbody program, to be mindset, or the containers. What is your personal development? And that's it. Don't overcomplicate this. Don't make this a problem. Don't make this what goes when life gets tough. I can tell you right now that we are in the midst of getting our house starting to get put on the market. I don't think we have a lot of work to do on the house. We keep it pretty good, but we have to clean out, right? Online learning. I got a daughter who's home right now. She's not in school. I have 2 businesses. I get it. I need this group more than ever. The more busy you are in life, the more you need this in your life. This needs to be your no matter what before you do everything else. So those are my best practices. And I know a lot of people have told me, gosh, you're so inspirational. And I love that, but I want to see you do what I do, because to me, I want you to pass me. I want you to go above and beyond me. I want you to shine bright like the star you are. And that's what I got for you. So I hope this new Challenger kickoff call finds you with some questions or maybe some peace of mind or some really cool excitement. And I just can't wait to see you working your first program. Remember, when you need me, you can message me in your little thread. And remember, this thread is not where you post your accountability. It's just a closer way for all of us to connect, because all of you started in this month. So the cool thing is too, now you can see there's somebody else that has a day 1. You can also see there's people that are returning back. And these people will look familiar, and you can cheer each other on within Team Believe Nation in our Facebook page, okay? The thread is where I'll pop in every once in a while and just like, hey, how are you guys doing? If you have questions, definitely message me in your thread. Of course, if you need to ask private questions, I am totally here. I know that I am best served as a coach to give you the results if you post every single day. If I see you in the group It will help me help you stay accountable. And I promise you, I will always be in here working my goals to show you that it can be done too. So we are in this together. We are a sisterhood. We are a tribe like no other. And think of this group as a sorority, because a sorority does more than just hang out. We do acts of kindness. We are servants. We take care of ourselves. We are like-minded human beings. And I really envision having this be the biggest, baddest online like sorority at 41 that I've ever had. So with that said, welcome to Team Believe Nation. I am here for you. So let's go over the homework assignments. What are your top 4 priorities? Write down your why. Pick out your first Beachbody program. What food container system are you using, the 2B mindset or the portion control fix? And what is your personal development? And when are you going to begin? With that being said, I am here for you. I'm so excited. I love that you're walking into 2021, building your foundation to being the leader of your life. It makes me happy. All right, guys, let's do it together. Sweet dreams. Good night.